Welcome back to class, dear students. In this lesson, we are discussing about the number one of the 7 steps we previously discussed under this lesson on how to deploy a Solang, Solidity, Solana, SPL fungible token minter program. So that's mouthful, but no matter the Solana program you are running with Solang, Solidity, this mode of deployment still follows suit. Once you are able to have your Solang, Solidity, Solana program code written, which we have checked in the previous lesson under here, and then you have the test code as well to test your contract out with Anchor test script. Once you have those two, then you are good to go. Here, let's try to understand and deploy, because like I told you, as we are moving towards deploying, developing, transforming this our plain, and move it there, this our plain dApp, nothing to interact with, to become this. So it's like from this, we want to bring it to become this that can mint successfully, tokens successfully for us. So in that process now, we need to first deploy the backend part on the blockchain, which is the Solana program itself, to deploy it, and then before we move ahead to other one. That's what we want to cover in this lesson. So what are the steps to deploy the Solana program with Anchor? To develop the Solana token minter, follow the steps. So step 1, run the command below to build. Then the next one, next, and next. So we'll do that together step by step. So you need to build Anchor build. Then after that build together. If you are used to, like, even when you are doing things like Next.js and things, you build them, then like make them production ready. Then you deploy it on the blockchain, depending on the blockchain cluster, maybe mainnet or devnet, Solana mainnet or devnet. Then we can test if our program that was deployed is actually functioning as expected using this, or alternatively you can run this Anchor test to run all these things sequentially, like it's run build, finish it, run deploy, finish it, run test. So instead of you having to run this individual, but I recommend you do that until you are sure you know what you are doing before you run Anchor test, because a lot of things can go wrong. So by building, you will learn a lot, especially as beginner. So let's get this. Sorry. Well, we have the program folder, and inside the program folder, if you don't understand anything, make sure you check the previous lesson. I've introduced you through what each of those. This for the backend, like the program, Solana program, want to deploy on Solana blockchain, and then the front end here. So you go here. Remember, we have a terminal we opened here where we cd into program folder, and then we install all the packages which are inside here. Package JSON, you see Metaplex Foundation handles the metadata of the token, then the SPL token program to interact with the SPL token program on Solana blockchain, then normal your Web3.js to interact with the blockchain, and then your Anchor, which handles all this process, and then the deployment, it will be handled by Anchor. So and then other ones like your TypeScript, div dependency are all installed. Once those are installed, the next thing you want to do, we've gone through this is the Solidity program that I want to deploy. I won't go over it again. We've gone through it before and more in depth in the 101 version of this 201 course. So we have this. I told you in the previous lesson that once we set everything, even this also will be fixed. The reason it's not fixed, you will get to know, because this file folder will be generated automatically, and this file will be generated, which is the IDL, and you will learn more about it in the next lesson. So for now, let's do anchor. So let's do anchor. The first one is build. And you can see it generated this, which is the target. And then you can see the IDL. So what this is, how useful this will be, so essential for us, you will learn in the next lesson. For now, just know that this was auto-generated, and since it's able to locate it here, it fixed the error. So once you have that set up, we have deployed now. We have built this. Then we want to deploy the same anchor. If there is not enough space, to just be causing issue. Oh my God. I was trying to. So if we have anchor anchor deploy. So you can see deploying cluster, how to set up the DevNet, everything. That is why go over the 101 course. I won't be, if you are asking question under this lesson about it, I won't give you answer. So if you have taken the pain, the stress, the time to create those things for you, and you cannot go through it, then please don't bother me with it. So we have all those ones fixed, and then you need this program ID. This program ID, now you take it, you copy it. Don't copy mine, just copy what you have after you run the. And there are two files you need to change. And see. Update step 3. Update the program ID in your Solang Solidity Solana code, and also in the anchor tom file. So we need to do those two. Yep, this first. When you come over here, you can see, then you replace this, close this off and replace it. Because when it was deployed, the program ID was created. So they just like when you do on Ethereum as well, you have for your smart contract wallet or ID, or what do you call it. So here we have it now. You go also to the anchor tom, then we'll put this here, because without the correct something, it won't work well. And if you notice here, like this IDL now, when it was generated with this, you see, 9 something like that. So, and that's what we have corrected as well here. Then you can run anchor run tests. What this does is to go and run just the test which is inside there. Like I told you, to test our front, similar to like front end, if the program is working as expected after we deployed it. So we try to interact with the functions. Similar thing we will do, but now creating a user interface. So this thing is doing the same thing. As you can see, it token title, symbol, URL, and all those things. So I think there's a place it has the decimal 9, decimal, yeah, you can see decimal and all those things. So it's just similar to what we did in the intro. With this, I was able to mint it. You see, just like filling, instead of the user interface, we are using the test code. From there now, let's see, we have this. You should be able to run tests. Let's see. So it's trying to run the test that's there. Yeah, so usually there used to be a lot of this error, like incorrect program ID. So now once you are sure you have fixed those two places, and you can then use anchor test. The difference, like I told you, between anchor run test is anchor run test is similar to anchor build and anchor deploy, because it only do that specific thing. But when you say anchor test, this run the whole three things together. Anchor build, first build, then anchor deploy, then anchor test. So it does the three things together. So you should know the difference between when you want to run test alone, you need to put the run before the test. But once you say anchor test, it will run the whole three steps: build, deploy, test. Let's test that. And that usually fixes the issue. You see that it has built, then you see that it's deploying. You can see it's deploying. So that's the second step. It has built, yeah. Then you see it's running the test. You can see it. Cool. The test passed successfully. So you see it now. So it didn't have the same error we are getting here, and did the three steps. So with this now, that's when you know you are ready to build your front end. If you are not able to fix your test, or your test is showing errors, or from your smart contract or something, it's better you don't progress. So with it, you try to fix it, because whatever how you are, once you have it fixed here, you're also using Web3.js and all those, you are going to use similar thing in your front end. So the only difference you are just trying to do is, instead of user coming to interact with code boring, you are creating a very nice user interface and giving them good user experience to just fix all these and never bother about the code. Let's see. So that's the major thing here. Any other one? So that's it. So understanding and utilizing anchor command help to make building, deploying, and testing a Solana program much easier. So we've been able to see, and if you have any question, need support specific to this lesson only, ask under the question under it. Check what other students have asked, not to repeat. You can join our Discord as well. Just more to connect with other Web3 developer, get official updates, but specific question for lessons should be here, not in Discord. You won't get answer from me. So because it wastes my energy and time. I answer, then people come and ask the same question over and over again. So, but under each lesson, as people learn it, get confused, need help, they see previous students act the same, got the help, and then get things fixed. So we save each other's time with that. So that's it for the lesson, and I will see you in the next, when we will now learn more about the idea of how important it is, and then we'll be able to move to the next step for the front end. So presently we are in the back end now, where we are sorting the program. We have developed, deploy it. We have the everything, programming idea and things we need to move. We've tested it, it works fine. So, yep. That's it. I remain Solomon Foske of the Programming University. Keep the programming spirit high and alive. Your assurance to succeed in the long time, eventually, as a developer. And please always do good to humanity and nature with your knowledge and programming skill, and not evil, to make the world a better place for us all. Peace and bye.